Matthew 18. At that time the disciples came to Jesus, saying, "Who then is greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And he called to himself a little child, and set him in the midst of them, and said, "Truly I say to you, except you turn and become as little children, you shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever shall receive one such little child in my name receives me. But whoever shall cause one of these little ones that believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him that a great millstone should be hung about his neck, and that he should be drowned in the depths of the sea. Woe to the world because of temptations to stumble, for it is necessary that the temptations occur, but woe to that man through whom the temptation comes. And if your hand or your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter into life maimed or lame, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be thrown into the perpetual fire. And if your eye causes you to stumble, pluck it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be thrown into Gehenna. See, you do not despise one of these little ones. For I say to you that in heaven their angels do always see the presence of my Father who is in heaven. For the Son of Man came to save those which were lost. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them has gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I say to you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. So it is not the wish of your Father who is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. And if your brother sins against you, go show him his fault between you and him alone. If he hears you, you have gained your brother. But if he does not hear you, take with you 1 or 2 others, that at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he refuses to hear them, tell it to the church. And if he refuses to hear the church also, let him be to you as the Gentile and the tax collectors. Truly I say to you, whatever things you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever things you shall release on earth shall be released in heaven. Again I say to you, that if 2 of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Then Peter came and said to him, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Until 7 times? Jesus said to him, I do not say to you until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened to a certain king who would make a reckoning with his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought to him who owed him 10,000 talents. And since he could not pay, his master ordered that he be sold with his wife and children and all that he had, and payment to be made. The servant therefore fell on his knees, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay you all that I owe. And the Lord of that servant, being moved with compassion, released him and forgave him the debt. But that servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, who owed him 100 denarii. And he laid hold on him, and took him by the throat, saying, Pay what you owe. So this fellow servant fell down and begged him, saying, Have patience with me, and I will pay you. But he refused, and had him cast into prison, until he should pay that which was due. When his fellow servants saw what had taken place, they were greatly distressed, and they went and reported to their master all that had taken place. Then his lord summoned him, and said to him, You wicked servant, because you pleaded with me and I forgave you all that debt, should you not also have had mercy on your fellow servant, even as I had mercy on you? And his lord was angry and delivered him to the jailers until he should pay all that was due. So also my heavenly Father will do to every one of you if you do not forgive your brother from your heart.